have Tanya on the show. Everybody, Tanya, say what up to everybody.
Hi, guys.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you
right,
for having me.
Tanya, I'd like to start the show with a riddle. Are you ready for this riddle? I'm going to throw another riddle at you.
Okay.
And this is a riddle I made up.
I get it right.
So listen up, Tanya. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm scared. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What part of a bird can go through water but not get wet?
What part of a bird can go through water and not get wet?
Correct.
How are you going to get through water and not get wet?
It's possible. It's very possible. You have 3 guesses.
The shadow?
Wow. You got it right.
I got it right?
Yes. It's 2 answers.
Serious?
Shadow and reflection.
Yes. Oh, reflect. Okay, yeah.
Wow. Tanya, you are a genius.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I'm gonna throw one more riddle at you. Let's see if you get this one right.
What if I get it wrong? That will defeat my streak.
I'll cut it. I'll cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll cut it out.
What's the other one?
If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell?
Oh no, I've heard this one before. So technically, I'm kind of cheating.
You've heard this one before?
Really. Yes, I have.
What's the answer?
Eyes.
Man, you are so good. All right, one more.
You're throwing the whole book at me.
One more.
Okay.
Listen to this. Trying to remember it. All right. You are in a room with no windows and no doors. Okay?
Yeah.
All you have is 2 halves of a broken mirror. But yet there's a way to escape. How is that possible?
You're in a room with no windows, no doors, and you have a broken mirror that's split in 2.
Yep. But yet there's a way to escape. How is that possible?
You I have no idea.
All right, I'm gonna give you the answer. Ready?
Yeah, like how would you do that? Like would you
take the 2. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. I was like you make it look like you're outside, like.
No, Tanya, that's not the answer. So listen, this is the answer. You take the 2 halves of a broken mirror, you make a hole, and you jump through it.
How? What do you mean?
You take the 2 halves of a broken mirror, you make it you make a hole, and you jump through it.
But how do you go outside?
You're looking at it too literal. It's math.
Okay.
2 halves equal a hole. Jeez, Tanya, jeez.
Like a hole.
You are so funny.
Dang.
You are so funny, Tanya. You are hilarious. All right, let's dive into question number 1. We're going to do this again. Let's dive into question number 1. For those who don't know, we already started this podcast. The only problem was when I started it, it wasn't recording. So we're doing this again.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It happens, right? It happens to the best of us, right?
It does.
Awesome. All right, question number 1. What got you into fashion?
Yeah. So like I had been saying earlier that like I've always like really enjoyed like fashion. Like I've always like really loved it. Like I've loved like dressing up and like, you know, just like the art of like what fashion is, because it's more than just dressing up. And like when I was growing up, I always said that I want to be like either like a fashion designer, or like at one point I was like, I want to be like Beyonce.
Right.
Or like an architect. So growing up, like always been like into like the arts and like looking at like just anything that involves creativity.
Correct.
And the cool thing about fashion is that like it's a creative thing, it's a creative subject.
Right.
So when I got into like high school, by that time like I was like literally like so obsessed with like everything to do with fashion.
Wow.
Like I would watch like so many like shows like Project Runway, America's Next Top Model, like anything to do with the fashion industry. Like I'd watch fashion TV like on the daily, because like I just really enjoyed just like watching people start with like a piece of fabric and then have this like amazing like work of art that people can wear. So yeah, like I've really just always enjoyed that. And then when it came time for me to like come to college, I still stuck with like the creative aspect, but then I ended up going into like architecture, which is still like super, like I believe like architecture and like fashion are super like related, because they have the same influences.
Definitely.
Yeah, like,
big time.
Mm-hmm.
Design, you know, structure, shape, all the same.
Yeah, exactly. And like what we study, like what I've studied in like architecture, like looking at like art movements and stuff like that, that also influences like fashion. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool to like really like look at the differences between the two and like compare them, because they're very like interlinked. So about like last year, that's when like so the way I'm in fashion now is like I'm a personal stylist / fashion stylist. And the way I got into that was kind of like it was in a way that I didn't expect it to, because in my head I've always just enjoyed like everything to do with fashion. Like I love like putting outfits together and stuff like that, but I never thought that I would become like a stylist. But then I remember it was sometime last year towards the end, and I was at an influence night at Jubilee, and Pastor Robe was preaching about like purpose, and he was talking about like, you know, like what's that one thing that you go to bed like thinking about, like literally when you're not doing anything, that's what your mind is like going through. And in my head, like at the moment, it was like I'm always thinking about clothes. Like literally before I go to bed, I search sites, like looking at what they're bringing out. Like I look at designers, what they're doing. I just like save different things. Like my Pinterest is just a bunch, like it's a collection of so many different like outfit inspirations and all of that. Like I love that. And at that moment, that's when like, you know, it was like revealed to me that, you know, maybe I should get into personal styling. Yeah, so from there I started to like look into it, because I was like, I had not thought of like it never occurred to me that I would get into like personal styling. It's like, what? So I started looking into it, and yeah, I kind of just started from there. So I'm still like fairly new in terms of like, you know, like what I've been doing and like styling and all of that, but it's something I enjoy. Like I absolutely enjoy like putting outfits together. Like it's so cool to see like what you can do with like just like a jacket, like the different ways you can wear it, the different ways you can like manipulate it and like play around with it. So yeah, so that's kind of how I got into it.
That's amazing, Tanya. You know, I am trash at fashion. I literally just throw on anything. Like, I don't know how to dress. My wife, Cynthia, she's the one who, like, designs my outfits. And, like, if it were up to me, say it again?
Uh-huh. Oh, I think go ahead. She's my stylist. And if it were up to me, I would walk out of here. I would walk out the house looking like a straight up bum in the street. Like, I do not know anything about fashion. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't do that.
Like, oh look, sometimes, mind you, I would have on clean clothes. Hold on, Tanya, mind you, I would have on clean clothes, and it will look like I stink.
Oh no, you don't want that. You don't want that. You do not want that. No, you need to work on that. And
I do this thing, Tanya, where I wear the same jacket every day. If I like the jacket, I will wear it every day.
Oh my gosh, no! You should have like a variety. Like, if you keep wearing the same jacket, it's going to like wear out.
That's so funny because my jackets are wearing out. All my jackets are wearing out because I keep wearing them.
Okay. So maybe you should get like a couple of jackets. You wear one today, you wear the other tomorrow, you wear another on like Wednesday, and then like you can actually like have like more longevity to your clothes.
That is a great idea. Now let's segue. Speaking of longevity, let's segue to question number 2. How can fashion make a positive impact on today's world? Like, what's the longevity in regards to fashion in terms of positivity?
Well, so like fashion, like clothing is literally like a part of like life. It's a part of who we are. It's something that gives people identity. It gives people if you were to wear something that's like, I don't know, like a traditional dress or something like that. Like if you were to wear something that's associated to a certain group, it gives a sense of like identity. Like fashion is like ingrained in what culture is. It's like within that. So in terms of like its longevity, like it will always be there. It will always be something that's so important. And like just like the impact of that is like it gives people a sense of like, you know, identity. Like, oh, I'm affiliated to this place, or like, you know, that's one aspect of it. Another aspect is that, like we said, like with you, for example, you have said that you can put on like whatever and like you look like you haven't like showered or anything like that. I'm just taking your words. Like if you look at the way you put clothes together, that has like an impact on how others perceive you and how you yourself feel. So, like fashion has an impact on the way we feel as individuals, like people's self-esteem, their confidence. So if people like look more into like, okay, I want to look good for me, like that will have people like feeling more confident. Like if you were to wear something that like you know you look good, like the way you walk out of the house is different from if you just like throw something on and like you walk out of the house. Like the attitudes are just different. The way you like just like strut is different.
Right.
So it has like an implication on like how us as people like take on our day. Like if you're going to be confident throughout the day, like if you were to go out of the house and like maybe your clothes has like they have a stain on them or something like that, you might be like super like closed off a bit throughout the day. You might be a bit shy.
Wow, that's so
because
good.
You're like a bit like, you know, insecure about like what's going on with your outfit. But if you know like
so
everything
true.
is on point and everything is like on 100, like the way you tackle the day is like different. So
wow.
Yeah, like I think it's something that's like really important, like just for people's like mental being.
I agree.
You know, it's just it has a good impact on that.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
Tanya. What you just said,
Mm-hmm.
for me, fashion or clothes has a strong connection to your mood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if you look nice, you have a nice haircut, a nice hairdo, nice perm, whatever. It can help your mood. Like for someone who struggles with depression, one thing that can help is to wear nice clothes, or to walk out the house in a really nice outfit that can help heal depression. It really can.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. Like, because if you see people who might be going through some stuff, even depression or anything like that, most of the time people just want to wear sweats and baggy clothes, and just it's a manifestation of what's going on in the inside.
Wow,
if
good.
you're just
that's
feeling
so
down and worthless, the way you dress will be a reflection of that.
Wow,
but
that's so good.
The really good thing is that if you change it from the external, if you maybe you might be going through a rough patch or something like that. Maybe if you change the way you dress too, it might not necessarily change it completely, but you might start to feel something a bit different internally, because the outside is now speaking a different language to what's going on inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That I could not have said it better, Tanya. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the last question. During this pandemic,
yeah.
the government made a list of essential employees. Here's my question. In your opinion, are stylists essential employees during a time like this? And so what do you think?
Well. I'm gonna be real and be not necessarily.
Okay. Why?
Because I feel there are greater issues at hand.
Right.
Regarding this pandemic and particularly there are greater issues that are going on. I feel they're I would say 50-50, 50%. Can we be part-time essential workers? Part-time, because I think it's still important during this time to still look good, because
it is. It is.
Yeah,
that's important.
you can't just be in your house in sweats for the rest for 2 months. No, that will also that will drive you crazy. It's so good to just dress up to go to the living room, dress up to go to the kitchen and whip something up,
Yeah,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, I think it's still it's a good thing. I think I would say 50-50, part-time essential, part-time.
Let me give my opinion. Oh, sorry, you can finish. My fault. Sorry, you can finish what you're saying.
Oh, okay. So I was saying part-time essential because the reason why I'm kind of is because there are greater issues at hand. But the reason why I'm kind of advocating it is because it affects your mentality, how you feel whilst you're in this quarantine period.
Right.
So I'm 50-50. Yeah.
That's awesome, Tanya.
Okay.
I also view it the same way. It should be a partial thing. Like a part-time thing. Part-time essential.
Yeah.
Because I don't think just because we're in a pandemic, we gotta look like bums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
We can put ourselves together. I know the salons are closed and the and the clothing stores are closed, but we could be creative with what we have.
Yeah.
We can learn how to cut our hair. We can learn how to do our hair on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is a time to be creative.
No, that's true. That's right.
It's a good time to use the resources that we have to empower us.
That's true.
So true. Tanya,
That's so true.
thank you so much for giving me your time. I've always I don't know you that well, you know what I'm saying? I've always viewed you as a very creative and awesome person. You have an amazing Instagram. Your pictures are incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, you take the best pictures in the world. Now that you have a haircut, your forehead looks bigger, and that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
I'm just joking. You don't have a big forehead. You know, your forehead's fine. I'm just joking. Tanya, thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Don't hang up yet. I'm gonna stop the recording, but I got a few things that I need you to do before we hang up.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
All right.